So the result's quite obvious.
And what results are those?
Whatever he hits, he destroys.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. It's a lovely day outside, so we have to come outside and enjoy the weather on the day of work.
Yeah, day off work. So look what we do. Look what we do on our day off.
Yeah.
People think we don't do shit. On our day off, we're not in the pub drinking, eating kebabs and ice cream.
This one's in the gym.
I ain't going gym yet. I'm going gym though, definitely. I'm going gym.
All right then, let's start with a fight that's getting quite a bit of stick.
Yes, it is, man.
And
yes,
you know,
it is.
it kind of leads into Kell Brook and all sorts of stuff, but let's try to stick to the fight. Talking about
That's
Amir
gonna
Khan
be
versus Chris Algieri.
Yeah.
On the 29th of May. Ade, where do you want to start?
First, let's talk about the stick it's getting and try and understand to people why it's getting so much stick. It's getting so much stick. In truth be told, it's getting so much stick because when someone like Amir Khan fights someone, forget the name, but when he fights someone that's coming off a loss and a bad loss, that alone will get stick. It wasn't a case of Chris Algieri fought Manny Pacquiao and it was a close fight and it was competitive. As Amir Khan said, by the way, Algieri got put down 6 times?
7 times.
7 times? Yeah. By what is now considered a faded force in Pacquiao. He's not the Pacquiao of, if he got put 6 or 7 times against the Pacquiao, the Cotto Hatton Pacquiao, not a problem.
Different, yeah.
You know, to get put down that many times by Pacquiao, and then for Amir Khan, who's come off good wins against Collazo and Alexander, I think it's a step backwards from both of those. So that's the only problem I have with this fight.
Yeah, I've got a problem with this fight as well, and it's not that you can't choose good fighters, but when you feel you're at a certain level at the welterweight division and you're calling for Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather, you should fight guys that are closer to that type of fighter, i.e. the top 5 guys, not a guy who's borderline top 10. And let's be honest now, Chris Algieri reminds me of someone like Victor Ortiz.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? No, not Victor Ortiz.
About to say that's
Josito Lopez.
Okay, that's more, yeah.
And here's why you remember Josito Lopez. Josito Lopez came in as a replacement opponent for Victor Ortiz and kind of made his name off that fight.
Yeah. And
everyone kind of thought, Josito Lopez is kind of like a name as a contender. Yeah. But he was never really a top guy. Yeah. You know, he kind of floated around the top 10, but he was never really a legitimate guy. And when he started fighting guys, he started getting beat and beat and beat and beat and beat. Just look at his record. Each time he steps up, he loses. Same thing, remember, like Chris Algieri. Similar situation, whereas he got a decision against Promotional in a close fight.
It was a close fight.
A fight that he was hurt, that he was dropped, his eye was ruined, and everyone said, wow, he could fight.
Yeah.
Let's put him with Pacquiao, and he got exposed.
Yeah.
And again, Amir Khan is going to expose him. Yeah. And it's a situation there where it's like, that doesn't give fans or give your career a boost. Because you're fighting a guy that, like I said, he's made him of one fight, but he's not really a top 10 guy.
Yeah. What does this fight do for Amir Khan? That's the thing.
You get my point?
Yeah, I mean, Amir Khan absolutely ridiculed Kell Brook when Kell Brook took his mandatory. Yeah. Remember, it was a mandatory against Joe Jordan. Amir Khan was like, who's this? This is not a mandatory. Amir Khan doesn't have a belt. This is a voluntary opponent that he's chosen. And like Ryan just alluded to, when you're calling out for the 2 biggest guys at 147, you don't then go and pick a guy that's really 140, who fought Manny Pacquiao at 143, and then say, okay, let's have this fight at 147. I mean, that's the problem out here. Look, we saw the Eddie Sekback video, but there was Adrian Broner, there was Berto, there was Ortiz, there was Furman, Guerrero. All those people want to mix it with Khan.
It's a strong mix,
So why is Khan coming out of that mix and fighting a guy called Algieri?
See,
no disrespect to Algieri, by the way. I don't want to sound disrespectful.
See, here's the thing about it. When you got, as much as we always talk about boxing as a sport, there's also a business element of it as well. And Amir Khan was hoping that he's going to get the shot at Mayweather Pacquiao, the winner, regardless of who it was, and he's in a good position for that as well.
Yeah, he is.
And you know, if you look at it realistically, regardless of what people say, Amir Khan causes stylistic problems for both of them.
Yes, he does.
So for him, he's thinking that's a big money fight. They're both Hall of Famers. That's where I want to go. So he wants to protect his position. Yeah. So I understand why you want to fight. Maybe not a riskier type of opponent. So I understand that, but then also you got to be realistic. Whereas the loser of Mayweather Pacquiao was never going to fight Amir Khan. And if the winner was Mayweather, as most people predicted, Amir Khan couldn't fight in September
because he doesn't want to because of Ramadan. Understandable.
Exactly. So really, he could have fought a name or 2 and waited for that slot in May. He didn't do that. So now he's going to fight. Now he's going to fight again in November, December. And he's going to have 2 opponents that are not really up to scratch because he's waiting for that one shot in May. That's not a smart move. Didn't he do that last year and he got shafted last year as well and they had to sit out and wait
for a hell of a long time. And then in the end he fought Devin Alexander in the end, who was supposed to fight that time. I mean, look, we kind of alluded to it on, I think, This Week in Boxing, or I think maybe previewing one of the Kell Brook videos. Kell Brook's fighting at the end of May. Amir Khan's fighting at the end of May. I mean, look, I'm not a promoter or anything here, but that would have been a British blockbuster, and it could have happened in May, Wembley. It could have been done. For all intents and purposes, it seems like everyone on the Matchroom Kell Brook side want this fight.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like everyone on the other side wants it. Also, a possible opponent for Amir Khan that Amir Khan either turned down or his team turned down was Timothy Bradley.
Yeah.
Again, a big fight.
Yeah.
Why is Amir Khan not taking these two big fights?
Again, not because he can't beat these guys, but it's a risk. He wants to look devastating so he can sell the performance for the big super fight.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to sell. He wants a sellable performance, not a tough, rugged 12-round decision. He wants a knockout. Yeah. Now, here's the thing about the Kell Brook and Amir Khan thing that it bugs me a lot, as you guys know. And it's not that okay. Business is business. You understand? You've got Al Heyman, you've got the whole PBC thing, you've got the Matchroom, you've got the Sky thing. Yes, there's complications, yeah. But if anything shows you with boxing, difficult fights can always be made when there's enough money to generate.
Yes.
I.e. Mayweather Pacquiao.
Yes.
Yeah? This fight would have been sold on both sides of the Atlantic.
Yes.
Regardless of what Amir Khan says, it's not Kell Brook's not a draw. Kell Brook's known from the Porter win.
Yes.
Yeah? Regardless of what Kell Brook says, that I beat him in sparring, that's not going to do nothing either, because sparring is not real, it's not a real fight.
Yeah.
So they both got their arguments why they think the fight should not happen. But ultimately, it's what generates bills.
Yeah.
It's a pay-per-view, it could work on both sides of the Atlantic, it would have been easy.
Yeah, look, the pay-per-view numbers for Froch Groves have never been released. Sky don't release their pay-per-view numbers. I don't know if everyone knows that. I mean, look, Groves was not known on that side of the pond. Even Froch, as big as the name is, isn't a superstar on that side of the pond. You don't necessarily have to be a big name over that pond to make a big fight in Britain.
Yeah.
That fight, I think Kell Brook, Amir Khan would probably do as big, or not the same kind of numbers as Froch Groves too. So look, that fight can be made, and I'm shocked that Khan hasn't gone. I mean, Amir Khan doesn't seem to want that fight. Who knows? He's waiting for this Mayweather Pacquiao winner or one of those two. I don't think he's ever going to get the Mayweather fight, by the way.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think he's ever going to get it. I mean, his best chance was after the first Maidana fight, and it didn't happen then.
Like I said on This Week in Boxing, I think it was this week or last week, that if he does get the Mayweather fight, it won't be now, it'll be in May, when Mayweather does his so-called comeback for his 50th fight.
Yeah.
And that's just my prediction. That's not something I've been put out there. It's just something I feel.
And that's
like
a very big if.
Exactly, it's a big if. It brings a solid style and good rounded skill set to the fight. But I think he's a type of boxer that will play into Amir Khan's favour. I.e., he would like to mix it up, he would like to be aggressive, but I don't think he has the type of athletic prowess or the power to compete in the type of fight he's going to have with Amir Khan, which is the power boxing fight, similar to the old Shane Mosey style. Going forward, throwing lots of punches, lot of combinations behind a dedicated jab. Algieri is not going to be able to handle that type of pressure. And it's not our Promotional where it's just looping hard, heavy shots. It's straighter, more accurate, a little bit of technical, a little bit of psychology, a little bit of ring craft. I think it's too much for Algieri. I don't even think it's really a competitive fight. No,
I agree with you. I think Amir Khan, and look, we just slated Amir Khan. We weren't slating, we're just trying to slate his thought process. Amir Khan, I think, is one of the best 147-pound fighters out there right now. I mean, the performances against Collazo, which shocked me, and then he then shot me against Devon Alexandra. I think that's why we're probably so upset with his choice of opponent now, because we think he's on that wave right now, where I think Timothy Bradley was beatable. Kell Brook would have been a great fight, and that's the problem. I don't think Algieri is at that level. I think, as you say, the Provodnikov win and maybe the Emmanuel Taylor win have propelled him to levels that he's not at. And I think the Pacquiao fight showed that. You can't get put down 6 times and tell me you're in that elite level kind of opponent.
Just to touch on your point about how much we rate Amir Khan, again, I'm on record saying that I believe Amir Khan is the only real threat to Floyd Mayweather at 147. That's my opinion. Again, I'm trying to say I like Amir Khan. I think his ability and what he's done with his changes with Virgil Hunter, I think it's all worked out well for him. But at the same time, just because I like you and I rate your ability, it doesn't mean I can't criticise you. I think he's done made a bad move. And that's what I think. I think he's made a bad move where now he's going to get this win comfortably, look flashy, but it proves nothing for him. It gives him nothing except basically a payday.
I guess he's trying to almost follow, I dare say, the mold of PBC at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Adrian Broner against Molina. There's a few fights there that people are like, okay, well, what do these fights actually mean? I mean, if Amir Khan does win, and we both, I guess, think he does, and he does fight in November, who does he take on?
Just to go back a fraction before that, and it will answer your question. Madonna lost to Khan a few years ago.
Yes, he did. In a people.
It was a close fight. It was a good fight. Khan was hurt bad for nothing.
Oh my God, round 9, 10, 11.
He was really out of it. But the way Madonna got his shot, which he was never going to get with Mayweather, was by beating Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner wants that Amir Khan fight. He's been on Twitter saying it. He's been on video saying it. And they had an altercation a few weeks ago saying they want the fight. Why didn't he fight Broner? Beat Broner, and that would have set him up as the publicity market for the Mayweather fight. That's why he's going to fight the winner of Porter Broner, which has been signed.
You know, I Has it been signed?
It's been signed.
I think Amir Khan beats Broner. I think Amir Khan doesn't beat Porter.
Yeah, he struggles with Porter.
Struggles with Porter badly, yeah, big time. And again, his styles make fights, and I just don't think he's got that comfortable style that Kell Brook had to not meet fire with fire.
Yeah.
And I think that could be his undoing. Right, Algieri, what happens with him?
Algieri gets stopped.
You think he gets stopped?
He gets stopped.
Bear in mind, Pacquiao didn't stop him.
But Pacquiao, that's it. That was a friendly Pacquiao.
Nor did Provodnikov.
I'm telling you right now, Amir Khan's going to stop him. And stoppage, ideally, either the ref stops it on the ropes. It'll be too much. It'll be too much for him.
Okay.
Too much.
Interesting. So I'm also going with Ryan. I think I'm not sure if he gets a stoppage. I kind of see maybe a corner stoppage. Yeah. Maybe a kind of corner stoppage in Amir Khan, but then I don't know what that means for Amir Khan. I don't know what that does. Again, we've seen a lot recently. These cool stay busy fights, and this is almost like a stay busy fight for me. I don't know what it seems to do for Amir Khan.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Provodnikov and Pacquiao don't bring something to the table, but Provodnikov's combination punching compared to Amir Khan's combination punching is two different ball games.
Yeah.
Pacquiao, who kind of hits you and can't let him off the hook, let him off the hook. Khan's not going to let him off the hook.
Yeah, Khan, I guess.
This is a showcase.
Every fight is something to prove now.
This is a showcase for Khan.
Is this his first fight on PBC?
Yeah.
It is his first fight on BBC, so he's going to want to show something to his manager, Al Heyman. All right, there you go, guys. Amir Khan, Algieri. As you can see, we're going one way here, and that's Amir Khan. But what next for the Bolton man? Is it Kell Brook in a big Wembley showdown? That seems to be getting further and further away now. There's not even been any squabbles about it on Twitter anymore. The beef seems to have died down. I think that video with El Setback has just almost set that Broner beef up now. So it's almost moved away from Kell Brook, which is a shame. So it seems like it's going to be Broner.
The Kell Brook Amir Khan beef will go crazy on May 30th after Khan gets his win and Kell Brook, if he wins
against Frankie Gavin.
Against Frankie Gavin, the post-fight interview for both those fights are going to be ridiculous.
All right, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching another edition of Boxtalk. Cheers.